Researcher, Doc, ID 310, trying to demonstrate why people litter, even knowing the damage it does. Subject, Researcher Taylor, ID 309. She is unsuspecting of the demonstration, so don't tell her. Wait. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh, never mind, I'll start again. Wait, no, can't. Here she comes.
What you doing?
Oh, you know, just catching up on the latest current events.
Really?
Yep. It was the Australian current events.
Oh, okay.
Subject 309, giving a clear demonstration of bin goggles. She seems somehow unaware of the littering action, and yet when the bin is clear from rubbish, careful placement of said item is much more likely. Note the change in behaviour. Interestingly, the subject seems rather complacent.
Stop! Just stop! What are you talking about?
I was doing an experiment, and you were the subject.
You did? What?
Well, I was doing an experiment, and well, you were the subject.
You used another researcher, a fellow purveyor of science and knowledge, as the subject in an experiment?
Now, Taylor, let's not do anything rash. Well, I get the thing.
No, Doc, I do not need the thing.
But you did brilliantly. You totally nailed it. You were the best subject ever.
I was?
Yes. Yes. You advanced the cause of science by at least 4 days.
Well, of course I did, you know. You're not forgiven, but tell me what you learned.
Okay. 2 bins. 1 overflowing, 1 empty and clean. You threw your empty crisp bag on... Salt and vinegar, my favourite.
Doc!
Right. Anyways, just watch this. You threw your empty crisp bag in the overflowing bin because it was the closest one to you when you walked in the door. But it fell on the floor, and because the bin was overflowing, you didn't seem to notice. But when it came to discarding your sandwich packet in the clean bin, you seemed to make sure it went in properly, even though the bin was really clean.
You are right. Why on earth did I do that?
Okay, so here's the thing. I think it has to do with how we react to our environment. We take visual cues from our surroundings about what is and isn't okay to do. I'm going to call it the Doc visual effect.
Oh, you were doing the broken windows theory.
The what?
That experiment, the one you just did, it already exists, sort of. But it's really famous. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it before.
No, but I just invented it.
Well, you did invent that experiment version, but the theory, it already exists. You were absolutely right, though. It is about us humans responding to our environment for cues on how to behave.
So it's not new.
Nope.
So I won't get my name in the Science Journal next month.
Nope. Sorry. Just watch this. It'll help explain it a bit more.
There is an experiment that shows how our behaviour is influenced by our surroundings. It is called the broken windows theory.
If your environment is dirty, uncared for, then we tend to adjust our behaviour to fit our surroundings. It makes us not care about how an area looks or what it is like to be there. There have been lots of examples of this experiment all over the world. Here's one. The New York subway stations were known for being dirty, very dirty. So New York City did an experiment and cleaned up some of the subway stations. Graffiti, litter, gone. Better lighting, fixed broken walls, put up posters, and most importantly, installed bins. The environment was clean and bright and happy, and people using it started to keep it like that, the same people that made it dirty, all because they reacted to having cleaner, safer surroundings. Now, think about where you see litter. Imagine you're somewhere, the bin is overflowing, you've just finished a drink or a snack. If your surroundings are already dirty, you feel you can litter there. Adding one more piece to the pile won't matter. It's already dirty, and you didn't drop the first piece of litter. It wasn't your fault it looks like this, so it's okay to add to it. Like breaking one more window in a house if the rest are broken too. What does it matter? Of course it matters. The more you add to the problem, the worse it will get, affecting everyone that goes there, making them less caring. By adding to it, you are almost giving everyone else permission to do the same.
Okay, fine. It's sort of the same as my experiment.
Doc, it is exactly the same. They just explain it better.
What?
Differently. Not better, just different. Now, if we could do this in a lab, maybe, just maybe, if you could get everyone to examine this behaviour in their home or community spaces or school, maybe people would realise that they could override the cues that make it okay to litter and actually make a difference.